A lot of people are afraid to step out of their comfort zone or try new things. That's why a lot of people fail, because they're afraid. I don't care what anybody thinks about me, how I look or how I talk, nothing. It's exactly how you have to kind of approach being an entrepreneur, not care what anybody thinks. All right, I'm here with Wayne. How'd you find me, a Banazon or something?
It was actually off of a sign. I'm not even sure exactly what sign it was. It was a We Buy Houses sign.
Right.
And I found it. I was like, last night, I was on the way home. It's like, I'm gonna give you a call and see what we can come up with.
Looks like a pretty credible source of my Sharpie on there, huh?
Yeah. Hey, it worked.
Okay.
The light turned red and it was perfect. I guess it was kind of divine intervention, or I guess, or something. But
all right, you're 21. Hey, you got your whole life in front of you.
you got that right.
Starting this thing off.
Yep, that's for sure.
You met Joel Melnick. Now you're in Heartland Hustle.
Yep, exactly.
Feel pretty
I love
excited about
videos,
it, huh?
man, too. It's awesome. It's really awesome. Yeah, I mean, you just never know who you come across this in real estate. You get to meet people like you, and it's like one big team. And
Yeah,
it's
or you
awesome.
can meet 80-year-old guys, because there's no retirement in real estate. Do your whole life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, looking back from when I started, 13 years old, I was in remodeling and did a lot of different stuff, and just here and there. And I really, was really coming out of my shell. I was a really shy kid back when I was Amish back in the day. My parents left when I was 12, and kind of grew from there. And so it's been an amazing ride.
Okay, so you're Amish for most of your life.
Yeah.
You were doing some side work, some handiwork.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
making some money that way.
Yeah.
Little side hustle.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of becoming a wholesaler.
Definitely into wholesaling. Just kind of start off with, kind of get that experience a little bit. I definitely also am working with getting my hands into rehabbing as well. Trying to get that out as well. But definitely wholesaling to start off with. I definitely would like to get some rental properties under my belt as well. It's just kind of been a little bit of a ride where I got to kind of figure out what I need to focus on and then focus on it and get to it. Trying to learn out all the aspects of real estate and pick one and go with it.
Right, like I was saying in that video, there's you can be overwhelmed at times with all the different things you can do in real estate. So you really have to, kind of pick one you feel comfortable with, become an expert at, and then you can kind of branch off from there.
Absolutely.
But that's kind of my perspective on it. You can do whatever you want.
That's true.
But
I agree.
yeah, so you're starting. You haven't done your first deal yet. You're about to.
I have the purchase agreement signed on it, but I have not done the first deal yet. Not closed on it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some skin in it, but it's not finalized yet. I have it's some 20 acres in Ashtabula, and I do have a few others on the line right now. So
That's good though, man. You're 21. I mean, you're young.
Yeah.
Kind of the credibility and the track record aren't there, so it's pretty amazing you got something
Yeah.
under contract. You must be a good salesman.
Well, I don't know. I guess just trying to find a solution to somebody's problem is what it comes down to, maybe.
Right. It's all about confidence.
Yeah, it is. It does come down to lots of confidence. It's kind of crazy how I found the property. I wasn't actually. I also am a timber buyer. I do buy some timber from time to time for my uncle, who has his own business that he runs, and then I help him out at times. And it was a timber lead, and he's like, "Man, I'm in a really bad situation right now financially." So I said, would you be interested in selling the land? And he's like, yeah, I definitely would be. Can you help me out? I definitely would take an offer if you have an offer that you can throw at me. Because I think he had some delinquent taxes from his parents that just passed away. So that's kind of how it all went down.
Okay. You want some quick cash?
Yeah.
A solution.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you find a solution to his problem. You offer the solution, and sometimes it works, and sometimes some people have a better. Like you were saying in your video, man, I totally dig that. Where some of your best deals are the ones you don't make. I've come across that quite often.
Right. I mean, because there's some good rental opportunities, but you know the price is jacked up. It's a little overpriced.
Yeah.
And you might have another investor bidding with you and keeps bidding it up.
Exactly.
And you're like,
exactly.
it's best if I just pull out, sort of thing.
Yeah. That, and sometimes I've come across where it's not in the best, you know, if you put yourself in their shoes and the landowner's shoes, it's not always the best option for that seller, for that, you know, for what you're offering. Sometimes you kind of have to just let it go because you're not the best solution for that property. In other words, somebody who's looking for more like a house that they want to, you know, sometimes some of them that want maybe a house that they want to actually live in. You're not looking for, you know, somebody that can pay full price for what some of the updates and stuff that they've done, or just the situation of the property. It's kind of my take on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty exciting, man. You're 21, about to do your first deal. I guess where do you kind of foresee yourself in 10 years?
Definitely quite a few rental properties under my belt. Definitely some experience in the field. Basically, I know I'm going to fail my way up there to the top, but where I see myself in 10 years, man.
You're going to be buying rental properties here in Youngstown, or?
Yes, I definitely would be interested in some rental properties in Youngstown, but not necessarily just in Youngstown. I'm also looking at something more local in my area. There's the Amish down there are growing like crazy, but you know, they're always looking for rental properties down there as well, up there as well. So.
Okay, so that's Ashtabula County?
More like Ashtabula, Trumbull County.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Honey?
Hello, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was delicious. Thank you.
Mustard. Do you need anything else?
Oh, nope.
Mayonnaise or anything? Okay, I brought you extra.
Okay. Yeah.
Dear Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you that I met Wayne.
Yeah.
Help us with our real estate adventures.
Absolutely. Amen. You got it.
Josh, I'm buying this for Wayne. It's a business expense, bro. Josh is my older brother. He's in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, that's awesome.
I'm his eyes and ears here on the ground, doing all the grunt work for him.
Good deal. Get in the grind, right? Gotta love it.
That's right. Yeah, you'll see that in the video. Heartland hustle, Heartland grind, man.
I tell you what, you gotta love the grind. This is what it's all about. Yeah.
Hey, man, people spend their whole lives in fear, and you know, or just talking about doing something and don't actually do it. So
yeah.
It's good that we're getting out there and failing a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
Yep. And that's where you learn too.
You got any, I guess, inspirational people in your life? I mean, are you on some program in real estate? Like, are you just like watching YouTube videos? Or?
I actually just finished up. Have you ever heard of Fortune Builders?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Okay, I did their program last August. Is when I signed up.
Okay, cool.
And then I also did Rob the House Guy. Familiar with him at all?
I think so.
Okay.
Is he has like an actual program you can use, or?
Yeah, he has a program that he'll help you.
Or it's a YouTube video.
No, it's he has. I think he has quite a few YouTube videos out there as well.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure on the YouTube videos, but he does have some on his website. I'm for sure. But he does also. He has a program where he'll help you with the first 3 deals, and then from there, then you know you can learn experience from those first 3 deals. You know, they'll go half and half with them. So yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Okay, yeah, you definitely have some solid programs to kind of leapfrog you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So now I have to ask, how have you had some? I think you just mentioned last night you just sold one that past hour when I talked to you, or you bought one.
Yeah, bought one.
Okay.
Guy contacted me on Craigslist.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, off market deal. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to show you. Like, I like to buy on the west side, of Youngstown, you'll start to learn the streets. There's like
Okay.
Mahoning, then there's north and south of Mahoning. I like those streets and those houses there.
Okay.
It's the best, the safest area. Houses are well kept. Elderly people. Unfortunately, a lot of these, elderly people are dying off, and other people are moving in. So that's kind of, the nature of the beast, essentially.
Gotcha.
But they kept their houses very well kept, so they're good. They're good rental properties to have. And some of the streets in the south side, I can kind of show you where I buy, and then
Okay. Yeah.
Brownlee Woods, I like Struthers area. Yeah, and I mean, essentially, I like to move into higher end places like Canfield and stuff, but it's kind of for the future.
Sure.
Once we kind of build a track record and have enough rental properties and stuff and use credit and that sort of thing,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I definitely.
right now we're just like buying cash.
See, I like yours.
That makes sense. Now, what would you consider? I think you had mentioned a little bit about Southside. I've heard from some other folks that I'm talking to that Southside is not all the best. Maybe just some streets that you're kind of comfortable with.
Yeah, the north side, east side wouldn't touch. Campbell probably wouldn't touch it. Depends on the street, I guess.
Gotcha.
I haven't done anything up there, but yeah, the south side there's some good streets
Okay.
that I could kind of show you. But yeah, most of it's kind of trash.
Gotcha. So you're saying kind of stay out of the north side, kind of a little bit, north and east side?
Yeah, mostly west side, south side, Struthers, and because they're well kept, somewhat safe. You can get good renters in there, good margins, 600-700 range,
Okay.
and the houses are in pretty good order. I think the other areas everything's pretty dilapidated.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Interesting.
21, man. I got a lot to teach you.
Yeah. I tell you what.
With my limited experience.
No, I tell you, I can learn from everybody. I mean, there's so much I've learned. Just talking with you, this little conversation we're having. I've learned a lot. A lot of people don't open up really, and don't. They're not. It's sometimes a little bit tough to get information.
What, they're like secretive?
Yeah, some people are a little bit, a little bit defensive. Some people, it's amazing. It's amazing how many different personalities are out there and people like that.
They don't understand, man. No, you're really not in competition with anybody in real estate. You're kind of friends with everybody.
Exactly.
And obviously, if you're bidding on a house with somebody else, you're kind of in competition essentially.
Sure.
But
competition not always a bad thing.
they'll help you with the next one. But
exactly.
why try to look for all these houses by yourself when you could have like 10, 20 other people as soldiers for you, helping send you leads?
Absolutely.
I'm willing
teamwork.
to give you a little stipend. That's fine.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's interesting. Now I can relate a little bit to. Obviously, it's not near as up there step as far as in the Army as teamwork and stuff, but I'm also a volunteer firefighter in our local community, and that shows you also. And I just learned it's how important the teamwork is, and it applies a lot to real estate as well. If you don't have a team, man, trying to build it yourself is just it's almost impossible, if impossible. Because you need, like you're saying, you need a team of people, you need a team of soldiers to help you find those deals. Sometimes, and I mean, we're all counting on each other at times. I mean, you have to have somebody has a gift is doing something. Somebody has they're all kind of their duty, what they do, what they specialize in, and that's it's crazy how it works the same way in real estate. Probably most any business that you kind of work with when you're self-employed.
Yes, it's pretty exciting. We're both single, both ready to hustle. So, you know,
Absolutely.
5-10 years,
You got it.
wife and kids, and 100 rental properties. You know,
Exactly.
that'd be nice to document it all if that actually happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to speak it, right?
That'd be pretty cool.
No, I have to ask you, what is some of your inspiration? What do you like to?
What inspires me?
Yeah, I mean, what are some of your mentors? I think you had mentioned a guy there that you kind of work with.
Guess you could put the camera on me.
Okay. Perfect.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
My inspiration, you know, I just like the fight, the battle.
Do you want some extra bacon?
You know, like helping the community.
Sure.
Like making money, obviously. But yeah, like Dennis, he's a good Christian guy. He was one of my dad's friends. My dad passed away, so he was one of my dad's friends. So he's a really good guy, and he's in real estate. Builds houses, has rental properties, so it's kind of like a perfect combination.
Nice.
With every like aspect, mind, body, and soul there, with a friendship. You know, I have a lot of other real estate friends too, and they're all in different aspects of their life. Like one guy, Roland Gosney, he's like buying up all these commercial properties in Columbiana. He's in his 30s. Dennis, you know, he has a great legacy. He built a development, has a bunch of rental properties, and he's in his 60s. And
Wow.
then, you know, I have a lot of another guy, Nathan Bibb. He's in his early 30s. He's also, you know, buying a lot of rental properties here. You know, bought one from me. You know, we're working with him on a lot of projects. So it's good to have a good, you know, close-knit friends that are actually successful in doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you're a little nervous on this first
Absolutely.
rental property.
I'd be lying to you if I wasn't.
What are you nervous about, man?
It comes down to the fear of losing. I mean, I guess the fear of the unknown maybe is more so.
Okay.
The fear of not knowing what's going to happen. I mean, obviously you can do all the number crunching and research and looking and see what you can do and what you can't do and how much money you can make and how much you're going to lose and how much you got to put into it. But when it comes down to it, you're going to have to do some kind of action in order to find out whether it's going to work or not. I mean, it obviously comes down to a point where you have to either make that decision or you have to move on. I mean, you have to make an educated guess, especially when you're starting out with a little bit of experience that I have. But
what are you just nervous and feel you're gonna lose money or do something wrong? Or?
That not so much as doing something wrong, because I know that I'm gonna make mistakes. I know that I'm gonna fail, and I know that that's how you learn. But it really comes down to the fear of the unknown, really. I mean, and you
just want someone to affirm that what you're doing is right.
Yeah, somebody that has some experience with it, you know, that can say, from my experience, this is what I found. This is what I've seen that works and what doesn't work in a situation like this. Somebody that has seen what has happened in a situation, just looking at it from the outside, basically.
Well, what's I don't know, paint a picture, man. What's the situation here?
Trying to figure out which. I've got quite a few on the line right now that I might need to be executing on and figuring out what I need to do to make that deal go through.
So, okay. So you said some elderly lady called your Craigslist ad or Bandit ad or something?
Yeah. I had a lady that I called. She actually had a house on Craigslist that she was wanting to sell.
Okay.
I called her. We had built a really good rapport on it. You know, we had a really good connection, and we got into some deep conversations. And she was just saying that she doesn't want like a lease option or a rent to own kind of deal.
No land contract, no seller
Yeah.
finance. She just wants cash and she wants to move, right?
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right.
So she was looking to kind of do something like that where she can get out of her situation that she's in. She actually is not living in the house too, so she's a little bit detached from it, and her family member is living there right now and is not paying for is not paying anything. So she's in a little bit of a bad situation where she's paying property taxes and stuff. So this is something that has been, it's kind of building up a little bit. And
Is the property in Youngstown?
It is.
Okay.
It's in Youngstown, and she just wants to move out. She wants them to move out. She wants some money that she put into this house, and move on with her life. So it's kind of.
So you threw her a number. She took the bait. I guess she took the number. So what's the next step? You're trying to wholesale, keep it for yourself, get it under contract. What are you trying to do here?
I definitely want to get it. If I can get a purchase agreement signed, and see what I can do with the property. Obviously, I haven't thought that quite that far yet. I haven't narrowed down. I'm just looking at each individual, each lead, write it down, get all the information I can. Then I try to pass it on to Rob, which is working with me right now, trying to figure out if this is a good deal or not. Mm-hmm. So he's taking care of that part of it right now. However, he's a really busy guy as well. So I have to take some of that stuff. I want to be able to get down to where I can actually tell myself when this is a good deal or not. Not being able.
Right, have a system where you can narrow the properties down and put them
this
in
one is
different
really
categories.
Good. Absolutely, because it's got to be overwhelming to somebody like Rob, who's very busy, and he's done a lot of experience, and he knows what to look for. But it's kind of still overwhelming, I'm sure, if he has 40 properties coming in every day or so with leads.
Right. You don't want to waste his time.
Exactly.
Give him the ones
exactly.
that might spark his interest.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it comes down kind of to. And it's all kind of part of the learning process. I know some of the stuff 2 weeks ago that I was really concerned about, and something that I was a little bit leery about, is nothing really this week. It's just that process of growing and taking the next step, overcoming each obstacle that you face. It's that's what kind of keeps it fun and interesting.
Okay, so I guess this deal that you're nervous about, I guess kind of the crossroads is either saying no or getting it under contract, because you kind of have a end buyer lined up, right?
Yeah, I could. It's going to come down to making that decision and stop shying away from it, and kind of not making that decision, kind of just playing around with it. Is it a deal or is it not a deal? It comes down to a point where you need to decide and go with it and see, and then you can kind of go from there. And I know talking about this and stuff, I guess this is where someday in a couple weeks or maybe a month or so I'll look back and I'm like, that was nothing to worry about. But this is something I have the concern of right now. But hopefully,
right. It seems like a big problem, but I guess in hindsight it's a little problem, because as we get older, the properties will get bigger and the deals will get bigger too. So
absolutely, and I believe we'll always kind of have that. We'll always be not sure if this is there's so many, like you were saying before, there's so many different strategies, so many different ways to make money in real estate. As we get older and we get more experience, I'm sure we'll try some of those out and become more experienced with each one, and you'll be able to solve more problems, help more people, because you kind of know you'll be able to know exactly what to do in a situation that is unique and that is different from something that you're not used to. So
hey, look forward to working with you, Wayne, and
absolutely
watching your ride, man.
Absolutely.
21 years old here. All right.
Good deal.